Hey there, KW family. We're live on either Facebook or YouTube, coming at you with another tech training from the greater Heartland region. My name is Clark Kendall. I serve as a regional tech trainer, and I'm very, very excited, as always, to partner with Elise on this training. Elise, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Clark?
Good. Good. Tell us a bit about yourself.
I am the regional tech. You're the regional tech trainer. I am the tech trainer for Tri Lakes or the Branson office in Missouri and the Lake of the Ozarks. I'm also a licensed agent, so lots of stuff going on in my world.
Yeah, fabulous agent you are, absolutely. And so today we got a fun topic, and one that I think we can create a massive awareness around, because I think there's a lack of awareness on it. And it's around the consumer app and the website. So while we're talking about this today, this topic of save searches versus collections, it applies to both the app and the website. We're going to be primarily operating out of the website to the consumer, but really focusing on what we can do as agents on behalf of the customer's potential clients. So, okay, what's the difference, and how do I do both? So, Elise and I, we prepped here. We got a little scenario for you, all right, Elise?
Yes.
All right, great. So we're down in Lake of the Ozarks, right? And I'll be the hosting agent for an open house, right? I'll be the hosting agent there, and you're an open house guest looking for a great lakefront property down in the Ozarks, right? So while we're interacting, I, understanding the amazing value that's in our consumer app and our website, say, hey, at least super excited that you're here. However, are you aware of all the homes in this area or this neighborhood? What actually are you looking for, right? And so in that dialogue, you take action as a consumer and you download my app and you register. Right? Or you could also have gone through my website and registered. But there's something magical that happens when that occurs, right? At least what is that on the agent side? What do I get when you
On
register?
the agent side, you're going to immediately get a notification either on your phone through the app that hopefully you have downloaded and through the bell on your command online. It's
Yeah.
going to say you have either a new client if they've never been in your database before, or that client that's existing has connected.
Yeah, automatically coming through. And
Yes.
so we've done that. And what we're going to do here now is, okay, let's kind of walk through maybe this scenario here. You're an open house guest and you're looking on the market. You share that with me. You gave me that trust, and I want to steward that well. So how do I provide value? What's my follow-up plan? So we're going to look through how can we do this through the consumer experience, the app, and yes, the website. They're synonymous and what they can do and what we're walking through today. But we're going to look through, okay, first, how could I do that as a safe search? So you've downloaded my app. You could also go to my website and begin looking at homes and anywhere, right? Not just in the Ozarks. If you wanted to go down to Destin, Florida, or Lake Michigan, you could find waterfront property anywhere as a consumer using my app and website. Yet, um, while we're here, let's walk through how can I, as an agent, now that you've registered on my site, how can I create a safe search for you? So before we go through creating that safe search, what is a safe search? So really what a safe search is, it would be any similar experience that you might be on other websites. And that is um, creating a certain criteria, right? Whether it is a certain geographic area, a map drawn search, certain beds, baths, price points, anything else that a consumer would be interested in. And this is the type of home in the area that I'm looking at, right? So similar to any other home search app out there, that's what a safe search, it saves that criteria for you. And then once a certain home hits the market or a change happens, then you're going to get notified via email, and also the notifications that you choose as a consumer. You'll get an app notification if you've got that downloaded and registered. So a safe search, it's like a big funnel, right? Like at the very top, here's all the criteria you provided, and here are homes that might fit the bill. All right. All right. So let's jump in the command, Elise. I want to share my screen here, and we're rocking and rolling. Let me also hide this here. And what we're going to actually, I'm going to change a little bit here to make our screen a little bit bigger. And I'm here in command, correct? And what I do want to point out here first is the truth that Elise shared with us. Here's the bell. and I got a notification that Elise has come in as a lead on my site and or app. Woohoo! I'm really excited about that. So when I see that command notification, I'm going to click right here. I'm going to go directly to the contact record that Elise has registered with. And now you'll see here as it loads, one of my favorite things ever to see in command. Whoa, a little fast there. Is this green check mark here right next to the name. Why is that so awesome, Elise?
That means that they've connected to you through either your agent site online or the app that we've been discussing. That notification is one of my favorite notifications because, as you're going to see in a minute, when they call you and say, hey, I love the yellow house, you're not going to have to ask for screenshots or any guesswork. It's one of my favorite things.
Well, I like that. That's true. So true. And we don't have enough green check marks in our databases in command. We simply don't, right? And so we want to see more green check marks for the benefit of your business and serving your customers well. So that green check mark, it's on every single contact record. But if you go through the list view of your contacts, more green check marks, the more connected and the more value you're providing to that consumer. So I also see here that all the the information that you registered with, and on the right-hand side are some timelines. If I were to create an opportunity there, and yet that's probably training for another time. What we're focused on is, okay, Elise, you told me you're searching for a home in Lake of the Ozarks, right? So let me, as you're registered, you know what? I'm gonna take that information and let you know that I've heard you, right? That it's important to you, and so let me provide a safe search for you. So I'm going to create a safe search here in command, and from here, here's the criteria filter. Now we're going to be pretty open here, and at least you said that you were, as you're in the Lake of the Ozarks, I'm going to go ahead and draw a custom map view. Okay, so that's going to be my approach. We could go by neighborhood here, which if you shared that with me, I could probably create
Neighborhoods are hard to do here.
Yeah.
They're better in bigger cities.
Yeah.
But with this being a second home market, for example, the Lake Ozark neighborhood through this app is actually, it includes several miles of homes that are not actually in the Lake Ozark neighborhood. So while it will give you a good ballpark idea of what is in that area, it's not going to be as specific as a custom drawn search is going to be. And that's, I'm sure, why they created the custom search.
Absolutely it is. Yeah. And you're such a local expert. I love you. That's awesome. You're so great. All right. So we're going to do a custom search
outside of where Lake Ozark is, and my house is included in that neighborhood. And the guy that runs that and I have had some discussions about how he needs to redraw those parameters.
I get that. So we're going to hit custom.
Yes.
All right, just yet. So I'm going to hit custom here, which unlocks this draw on map this option here. So another pop-up window opens up, and in the left-hand corner, I'm going to type in Lake of the Ozarks, which is going to bring in my Google map view around this area. Now, local expert, Elise, what area would you be particularly interested in?
So we've got more shoreline than the state of California. This area looks small. It looks small, but it is not. So I would do that. See where the top of the lake is, and then it says Lake Ozark right there?
Yep.
If you just want to do that whole little loop right there that covers village, all of that, that's going to be like your main area where like the strip and everything is. So that's kind of our most sought after.
That's a hot spot. Well, I want to include that for sure. So I'm going to click my little draw finger icon here, and I'm just going to draw a boundary around here. Okay. So I've got that encapsulated. That's the only criteria I applied to this save search. All right. So when I hit apply, that's going to save here. I could do other pieces here. I want to keep this open for or any ideas
Let's do 200 to 700,000.
All right. 200 more to 700,000. Okay. And there's other options here. Actually, one great save search and a great little maybe offer for some consumers and customers right now is like, hey, would you like to be updated immediately when a home's been reduced in this market? Because we actually are seeing homes that are reductions in prices, believe it or not. You could add that little check box. One of my favorites. I'm going to hit next here, okay? And I'm going to call this Elise's Lake Search, okay? I, as the agent, am driving this, right? This is in my command. I'm going to push this to your app and to the website that you were able to log into. Now, I've got a primary email here. The nice thing about this is if I check this send email notifications, it's going to give you an email that I've created a safe search for you. And when any home based on that 200 to 700,000 is in that map drawn search, if there's a new listing, if there's a price change, if there's a status change, if there's an open house that meets that criteria, you're going to get an email based on the time on my email frequency choosing as I choose as the agent. And as you have my app downloaded, you'll also have the option to choose how frequently you want to get an app notification, like a ding, new listing in Elisa's search, which is really exciting. So I'll leave it here at a weekly summary. And yet, again, you might want to go instant if it's a kind of a very, very narrow criteria that you're looking at. So I'm going to hit create save search here. All right. And that has kind of been locked in there.
I just got the email.
No way.
It was
That's
that
awesome.
fast.
Can we show that?
Yeah.
All right. What's that email look like that you received as the client there?
So this is what it looks like. It's titled Clark Kendall Share to Save Search. And then it has the search's name. And then we're just looking through and we can press view your saved search. I'm going to exit out of the other one. I don't need notifications. And I think we should probably zoom out so we can see the whole area. Ooh, look at that. One of those has those cool little calendar icons on it. If I'm not mistaken, that means there's an open house.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So again, exactly what I did in Command as the agent got directly delivered to the customer potential client of Elise, right? And so I've heard her. I've delivered that value, what she said is important to her through this. And she's going to get updated as she chooses through the app, but also as I direct, if I chose as the agent, for her to get a weekly email. Right now, let's say, Elise, you're on here, you got the save search, you're loving it. You as a consumer can create your own save searches as well, but we're just focused on what the agent can do here, right? Now, that's we kind of covered the first two there. Okay, what is a save search and creating a save search as an agent? Let's shift over into a collection. Now, a collection, to give a definition for that, if as the consumer, right now you're in your site here, at least if you liked one of these homes and you want to kind of keep that in your view, right? That's something that you want to be made aware of, or you want to say, hey, Agent Clark, this one's on my radar a little bit. I kind of like the way this one looks, or I want to be able to revisit this later to share with people. Then how do I do that? So once Elise actually hearts a home, okay. So if you want to find one of those properties, just a heart.
Yeah, I was going to use one of mine so it didn't confuse anybody, but.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
It's under contract, so it's not going to show up for us.
Ah, okay. Well, great point. So on this filter here, as you click the for sale button just to the left of the price point there's a for sale button just above. It's just to the left of the price. Oh, right here. Yep. So choose pending there. Let's go ahead and save that one anyways. Because you as a consumer, you're like, hey, there's really not a lot. Then you as the agent be like, that's okay. Let's still get an idea of what you like, even if it's under contract, so I can be aware when that next home comes up where we know what we're looking at. So if you choose pending there, you should be able to find that property, or at least what's truly your listing.
It should have been there.
Unless is it in that price range?
Well, it was $539.
Okay.
So it should have been. It's okay. We'll just use this one.
All right, no sweat.
Oh, right, so, that didn't look familiar because it's in Florida. That is what I was doing wrong.
Oh, it's all right. No.
I'm so not used to searching out of the MLS. We're learning great things here.
That is. We're always learning together.
Grotto Bay. We're going to spell things correctly. This is it.
There you go. That's a nice listing. I like that.
It is. The seller, fun fact, is actually a KW agent with us.
Oh, awesome. All right. So you heart that home, right? And it is going to make sure that.
Signed in. It doesn't like me.
That's all right. No worries.
Okay. So normally I would favorite this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. As you would. And so, well, actually, it looks like you still have to log in. Yeah, it doesn't show as you being logged in just presently. And then probably part of that is where you were logged in to kw.com before. You might not have logged in. Yeah.
That's okay. Now I'm logged in. Now it'll save.
Yep. So now that you save that, or actually it might have went back away there if you want to say that again. Maybe we did. So now that
there's more. You have to scroll down and press save.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's good awareness for the agent and the consumer, right? So once you heart it, in order to keep it hearted, favorited, you have to put it in a collection. So a collection is either one or more homes that you've hearted, and you can, as a consumer, can create multiple collections. All right. So that's how you do it on the consumer side. Here's what a new functionality is for us as an agent. I can do a lot more with collections. So I'm going to skip on over into command here. And
I'm really excited about this part.
I know. So I'm going to hit refresh. One, because I want for our viewers to see here that having this green check mark is really powerful. And so if I go back into the timeline here and I hit refresh, I see here, once it does refresh here for us, and I might be having quite a few little tabs and windows and streaming taking up my internet here.
Mine always takes longer to load command when I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, that it is.
It's a fun feature.
That it is for sure. Okay, so now your contact record's refreshing here, and we see that created the safe search, and we're good to go. Now, when we step into a different situation, so you created a collection there, and you've got your Elisa's favorites that you share to it. Now, what I also have the opportunity to do, let's say we move forward in our working relationship here and say, you know what, I'd love to be able to help you at least get in that home. What does it look like to work together? Yes. Okay. We've signed the agency agreements. I'm your agent. You're my buyer client. And we want to start looking at homes together. Well, as an agent, now I have the opportunity to create collections for you. Right. So you can create your own collections, but let's say, you know what, I want to create a specific collection that is purposed only for some showings that we have coming up this upcoming Saturday. We can do that in command. So let's walk through here. Now, this part is not living in the contact record. This is what we want to be aware of. We're going to make sure that we're hanging out here under consumer, All right. So when I click on consumer, you'll see at the top here this tab that says collections. This is a new tab if you've been in the collections experience, or excuse me, the consumer experience. This collection's new for all of us, just released like within a week, brand new. And it's more than shiny. It's purposeful and a great tool for your business. And so when I click on collections, you'll see some others that I have here that I've just had some fun and learning about myself. But I want to create a collection just for you, Elise. So when we go look at our homes together on Saturday, you can open up your app or even preview those homes on the website beforehand and start getting a gauge on what you like, what you don't like. So what I'll do here, I'm going to create a new collection. And in this collection, on the far left-hand side here, you'll see I need to search for a location. So here again, I'll select, I'm going to kind of do the same experience here on draw a location in the map. And I'll put in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. And if I know that there's a certain set of homes, because again, to create a collection, we have to add listings to the actual collection. All right. So if I were to collect some homes for us and say, hey, I think I got some great homes for us to search on. If you haven't really been saving collections yourself a whole lot. So I'm going to apply this. And by applying that and applying the filter, all these listings show up that are presently in that draw and save search. So if we're getting ready to go on some showings, let's say, you know what, Elise, I think in that price range that you're sharing here, Arrowhead's going to be a great option, Bella Terre Court, and Nassau Circle. I'm just choosing some here. From these listings I'm choosing, say what?
Those are great listings, Clark.
All right, awesome. So I want to create a collection here, and I'm going to say, what is Saturday? Is that the 1st? Wait, what's the Saturday? What's the date? 30th, April 30th, right?
Yes.
Bear with me here. April 30th showings. So I'm
Oh,
gonna-
this is so wonderful. I was wondering what somebody would use the collection for. This is a great way to get them to preview it. And
absolutely.
then you can cross things off the list.
Yeah, absolutely. So now that I've created the collection, I still had to put context to it. So one of the cool things here is I can create in theory, I can create a collection to add multiple contacts to. Now this one's just purpose for you for our showings, yet you could create a collection that is lakefront property homes in Lake of the Ozarks. And you could add 100 of your connected contacts if they're in their database and have the green check marks. So know that, folks.
So I could send just my active listings as a collection to all
Sure
these
could.
people. Oh, you're
Yep.
speaking the language, Clark.
Yeah. Well, and how valuable of a selling point or value add to the seller is that, right? So for people in my database, as I've collected so many buyers that are looking in the area, I can push your home directly on their app and make them aware of it as a special collection, an agent pick. Agent pick's a keyword here, so check this out. I'm going to assign this contact here.
I'm thinking monthly newsletter or something.
Right. So it looks like I got you a couple times here, but I'm going to choose both just to make sure.
Go for it.
Yeah. So
I'm a popular person in your database.
You've cloned yourself somehow, at least, like we all want to do for ourselves.
All right. So do it in real life.
So I've created the April 30th showings. I have 2 contacts, but I know it's got you captured in there as my connected consumer. I've got 3 listings in there. If I want to make any changes, I could go in here and edit the collection or delete the collection. Yeah, we're going to kind of wrap up this training here because I want to see now, for you as a consumer, what do you see on the website in that area?
So I've got the email pulled up.
Okay. All right. Actually, make sure, because I see on the bottom here, the sharing, you might be sharing that original. Oh, yeah, you did. You're right. So what does that look like?
So this is the email that they're going to receive. Their text message or their app notification is going to look similar. Everything's branded the same way. We're going to view collection.
I love that email. It's really pretty.
They do a great job. It's nice that they take good care of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
So here's our agent collection. It's going to show us agent pick.
Isn't that awesome?
One already has an open house on it. And it's going to show us where they're at, so we can see where they're at for like things like this right here is the Bagnell Dam. This is it showing on yours? Is it too high? Okay, there it is. This would be the strip where all the shopping is. So we can see like this one down here by Bittersweet Road is going to be closer to some of those things. And this is across the toll bridge here. So you'd want to keep in mind, okay, this one's across the toll bridge. I'm going to have to pay $3 every time I want to cross it versus like this one. Things to keep in mind when you're looking at property at the lake.
Muy importante.
As a business owner, every time I cross the toll bridge, it's a tax write-off. So I'm not concerned about it. But for you, it may be a bigger issue than it is for me.
It might be. All right, so here's the cool thing. One thing that it can be difficult to show on the app. However, let's say you get the email, you respond, hey, thanks so much for this email. If you reply to that email, I get it in whatever reply to in inbox that I want, which is awesome. Like, hey, I'm excited, or send a text. Yet, I encourage us if we're using it for showings. One best practice here would be, hey, at least yes, I emailed you those. I know you looked at the collection prior on the website. Make sure that you download the app and bring it with you, because when we're going out in showings, right, you're able to bring up that collection, and there's a notes section in there. So while we're showing, I want you to put down your most 3 favorite things about the home that are in there, right?
So do I click on the home to do the notes?
Well, so that specific piece there, you can, you're able to ask the agent and put some things in there, but the app specifically has the unique piece.
Oh, I can add a note underneath it.
Well, yeah, so you can add the note there in that collection portion there, but not when you're actually on the listing page where you were at previously. So yes, you can add a note there. You can do the exact same thing in the consumer app. So when you go to look at the collection on the go, so yeah, I love the open layout of the kitchen and dining area and living area. So you can put those notes there. One other
hopefully your notes are more in depth than this one is pretty.
All right, this is pretty. I like it. So one other thing I'll show here again, showing how we're bridging the gap between really making the home journey process for the consumer easier through our app and our consumer experience, but also on the agent side that they're bridged together. So I'm going to share one more time here because something that is awesome to see is I'm seeing all the results of how you've been interacting with the consumer experience. All right. And so that might be loading again here one more time. Yet I'm seeing that you viewed the collection, you updated, you added one home to your own collection there, right? So the Lisa's favorites, this is what you did as the consumer, but here's the collection that I created. All right, so all this is being tracked here. So it provides me really the data that I need and then be able to be equipped to have powerful conversations as I seek to best help you there. All right. Okay. Yeah, Lisa, anything else to add that we didn't touch on?
No, I think this was very thorough. If you guys found something that we didn't use, please drop a comment below. We'd be happy to touch base on it. Kind of a teach the teacher moment there. If you have it, we're happy to learn it.
Yeah, that at least great point. Yeah, because that's one use case, right? For showings. Would love to hear how you're using this in your business or other ideas. That's where our Keller Williams culture shines for sure, and sharing our best secrets because we know everybody wins together. So Elise, thank you so much for again playing along, being a great, not pretend consumer, but a great local agent, expert agent in the Lake of the Ozarks area. So we'll see you all next time, and thanks again.